Hey guys, I just want to make a video on this comment. It reads, there's a thing called race. For all different, equality is not possible. There are people better than me. I get that. I'm better than others. And also, I responded, race is a social construct. And then they responded, no, it's not. Go and travel and you will see it's not. And so I just wanted to go on this comment. So race is a social construct because you're basing off of people based off their cultural or regional backgrounds. And so it's, or even religious backgrounds in some case. And so it is a social construct because even though someone may be a different color, they are still humans. If you see a black cat and a white cat, are they different? No, they're a cat. Like, they're considered a cat. And yet when we refer to humans, it's, are you black or are you white or are you whatever, or brown, whatever, all of that. So it's technically, if you look at it and through a biological standpoint, of course there is, as I've recently found out, there is some scientific differences, but that's only because of regional differences. Because like why we have different skin colors, because we live in different environments. So technically, once we are able, like I said, I want genetic engineering and I want artificial wombs. I think that's the future. Maybe even cyborgs in a sense. And but then again, if we can create artificial environments, like artificial gravity, like make sure everything's the same around the world, then of course there will be no differences. So you can consider race is not real because it depends on where you're born. So if we are able to change the color people look at through maybe years of evolution, then it means race isn't real. And like that thing, oh, we'll travel around. Well, of course, that's the difference. Because once we started, now of course we all came from Africa. We found that through science, and then we dispersed around the world. And that occurred over lots of years, and then that's why we developed different traces. And it's only recently that we've intermingled and are now coming, and we now have travel ways that short travel, so we can be around each other and we can go to different places and we can live in different places. So obviously it's going to take some time for those color changes to happen. But of course it also depends where you're born as well. And so I just wanted to make this video because it's a very ignorant comment, and I just want, hopefully this can teach this person and hopefully other people who think the same way. And I also want to bring up another social construct, which is still is widely believed it's not, and that is gender. And even sex in a sense. We think of sex as a binary. But there is intersex people. And a big contributor to trans awareness is that a lot of intersex people, they are forcibly changed at birth without their consent to be quote unquote normal. They have to take drugs, and most parents don't even tell them why. They have to do recorrections mostly, and they become, and that's not all intersex people, there is different intersex, but generally it's forced upon them, and then they realize, like let's say you chose for them to be male, and then they realize you're female, or vice versa. And there's also some, I'm not sure if you've heard it on Oprah, but there's this person who testosterone intolerant. So they have XY, but because testosterone wouldn't react in the body, she actually grew a woman's private parts. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. And it was only that it was a little small, not normal, and they only realized once she was hitting puberty and she wasn't growing normally. But it actually did make her, but of course there can be people who think of themselves as male as well. And it's just a thing with trans and even gay people is it's mostly considered same as autism and a lot of other disorders in that sense, is that it's not biological, but it happens in the womb. Sometimes it happens in the womb, like for trans people, it happens in the womb because of hormonal differences. And of course, a lot of things, what people don't understand is a lot of things happen in the womb that create who we are today, that create when we're born. So a lot of people think some things are genetics. It's not. It's actually what happens inside the womb. And it's also why I'm a supporter of artificial wombs, and hopefully that can be created, because so much can go wrong inside the womb. And I think if we can create that technology to help people and to improve ourselves, and I think that's better. And of course, I'm not going to talk about trans rights now because that's not this video, but I just want people to be clear that when you are defending or you believe in this archaic types, you're not going by science. And a lot of the things is science, like scientists are being shut out of the public and for talking about this because people don't want to agree it because it goes against the public opinion. It's the same when climate scientists were forced to lie and came up with fake reports saying, these companies aren't doing that much damage, even though they were. And they actually predicted, saying, when you say climate change is real, what has happened throughout the years was predicted all the way back when those studies were first done. So it is real and it has happened. So I also just want to say the things that even if this was what you were taught in school and this is a widely held social belief, doesn't mean it's true and doesn't mean it's factual and doesn't mean it's based on science. And so I just really want to make this video to help people open their eyes and realize they're being ignorant and bigoted. Okay? Well, I just wanted to make this video, and because I also saw this thing about race, it also connects to other things. Because I actually believed in two genders, things like that, and I actually read this amazing article, I think it's by Lugones, about race and how it is. And if you look at traditional African tribes in history and all these other tribes, they had gay people. So when you say, it's new, it's this fad, they're everywhere, well, it's because we're now safe to come out. And it's been going on for years. And even this traditional male-female, India has always had a third gender. It's just that Christianity suppressed it. And there's countries, there's a society, I forget its name, but it defines who you are by your dreams. So if a biological woman dreams of a sword, they're now a male. They are considered a male. And most societies they just don't define characteristics based on your gender. It's just a physical determinant. And again, it comes back to this basic thing, we are human. And when you consider private parts, if you actually look it up, especially if you are trans and you're learning about surgery, they're basically the same thing, but just in a different format. And it's only because we need to reproduce. So, and of course, yes, I do know estrogen and testosterone provide different things, but that doesn't define us. It's just one little part of us. And the sum makes it up, not just one part. Okay, guys? Thank you.